Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we will look at some interesting facts about Mark Zuckerberg. Let's get started. Mark was born in White Plains, New York on May 14, 1984. He wrote a messaging application for his father's dentistry clinic when he was 12 years old, allowing the receptionist to inform him of incoming patients without yelling across the office. Mark Zuckerberg went to Phillips Exeter Academy, a private school in New Hampshire, for his high school education. He took a computer graduate class at the nearby Mercy College while still in high school. While in high school, Mark Zuckerberg co-developed a music app called SYNAPSE Media Player. Tech giants Microsoft and AOL reportedly offered Mark $1 million to further develop the app and want to hire him. But Mark chooses to join Harvard University. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg changed the name of Facebook to Meta and introduced the METAVERSE, a virtual reality world he described as the next chapter for the internet. It's the company's newest attempt to further digitize human connection by imagining yourself as a cartoon hologram. Not many had the kind of roommates Mark had. While in Harvard, he partnered with his roommates Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCullum, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes, and co-founded Facebook, known initially as the Facebook. His gift for science and technology was evident at a young age. His father taught him basic computer programming while still in middle school. Then a software developer took over Mark's lessons. Although he found it hard to stay ahead of Mark, whom he called a prodigy. Mark also took a graduate-level programming course at a local college while still in high school. In his sophomore year at Harvard, he began writing code for what became one of the most successful social networking platforms in history. This was when he dropped out of Harvard to complete his project. Facebook was founded by Mark Zuckerberg in his Harvard University dorm room. By 2021, Facebook will have a record of 1.93 billion daily active users. The company is now worth well over $545 billion as of January 2022. Mark is the 10th wealthiest person globally, with a net worth of $89.6 billion following a net worth drop by $31 billion. Since 2007, he has been recognized as one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people. Before Facebook, Zuckerberg founded CourseMatch for Harvard students, which assisted students in selecting classes based on the courses in which their friends were enrolled. Although he is a billionaire, his closet says otherwise, as he owns only one outfit, 1 million copies of it. In 2014, he explained his single business, saying, "I feel like I'm not doing my job if I spend any of my energy on silly or frivolous things about my life." Despite this, he appears to have a limitless time to smoke foods. He then pointed out that others throughout history had done the same, such as Steve Jobs, who wore a black mock neck. There is actually a term for Zuckerberg is talking about decision fatigue. Speaking of which, he loves smoking meat. In a Facebook Live recorded in 2016, he couldn't stop talking about the meats smoked throughout the 32-minute video. When asked recently if he has a favorite meme about himself, Zuckerberg said, "Probably, if I had to go with a favorite, I think it's gotta be smoking meats. I do love grilling and cooking. Blue is the richest color for me," Zuckerberg once said, "I can see all of blue." He is red-green colorblind, which means that the color he sees best is blue. This is also the color that dominates the Facebook website and mobile app. Mark has at least a few nicknames. Friends and co-workers call him Zuck, his mom called him Princely when he was young. When he joined the Alpha Epsilon Pi fraternity at Harvard, his friends called him Slayer. Mark is versatile with a programming language. His language skills are also something to be impressed by. He can read and write 6 languages, including English, French, Latin, Hebrew, Mandarin Chinese, and Ancient Greek. To communicate with his wife Priscilla Chan and her family, Zuckerberg started to learn Mandarin. He speaks Mandarin Chinese fluently as a second language. He and his wife's first meeting were a little inauspicious. While Zuckerberg and his wife Dr. Priscilla Chan are now parents with 2 kids and significant philanthropists, they met in line for the bathroom at a fraternity party at Harvard for the first time. In 2012, around 100 guests were invited and gathered at Zuckerberg and then girlfriend Priscilla Chan's house in Palo Alto, California, thinking they were celebrating Chan's graduation from medical school. Instead, Zuckerberg and Chan married in a surprise ceremony in their backyard. Have you met Beast? This is Beast. He is a pulley, a type of Hungarian sheepdog. Beats has a Facebook page with over 2.4 million followers. But Zuckerberg has a wide-ranging taste in music. Since his teens, he has been a fan of Nirvana, rapper Jay-Z, electronic music combo Daft Punk, and pop icon Lady Gaga. His favorite band of all time, without a doubt, is Green Day. In fact, the vocalist of this band was in charge of entertaining his wedding with Priscilla Chan in 2012. The Social Network is a film about Zuckerberg and the founding of Facebook. Zuckerberg was not fond of the social network, claiming that many of the aspects in the movie were incorrect. According to Zuckerberg, the movie took a lot of liberties with some events while remaining weirdly accurate with others. While he had no interest in joining the finals clubs, which is a significant plot point in the film, every shirt and fleece featured in the movie was an actual clothing item he possessed. The Social Network was based on the book, The Accidental Billionaires by Ben Mesrich. Mark turned down many offers to sell Facebook. Many corporations, including Friendster, Google, MySpace, Viacom, and News Corporation, offered to buy Facebook between 2004 and 2007. In 2006, however, Yahoo's offer was the most lucrative. Yahoo once offered to buy Facebook for $1 billion, and Mark refused the offer. How does one refuse a $1 billion request as a startup? Zuckerberg's point was that so many products were going to be built on Facebook. He wanted to be a part of it. Facebook was about to expand outside campuses and launch the news feed. He was well aware that Yahoo had no firm plans for the future. They didn't put a proper value on things that didn't exist yet. As a result, they were undervaluing the company. With a decade of Facebook success, we can see how visionary Zuckerberg's decision was. The youthful CEO and his board, on the other hand, were openly questioned and publicly mocked at the time. The Harvard Connection team sued Zuckerberg in 2006, alleging that he stole their idea and demanding compensation for their losses. While Zuckerberg claimed the pictures were fundamentally distinct, incriminating communications suggested that he may have stolen intellectual property from the Harvard Connection on purpose. A settlement was eventually struck, consisting of 1.2 million Facebook stock shares and $20 million in cash. Mark believes in hiring people that are smarter than him at the age. No wonder Facebook is full of intelligent people. He employs people he would have as a boss. For example, he hired Sheryl Sandberg as COO of Facebook away from Google, where she held the position of Vice President of Global Online Sales and Operations. Sheryl is one of the most famous women in the tech world. Zuckerberg has contributed to various charitable causes, most notably donating $100 million to the struggling Newark public school system in New Jersey. He signed the Giving Pledge, promising to donate at least half of his fortune throughout his life. Other Giving Pledge members include Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and George Lucas. Zuckerberg encouraged other young, wealthy entrepreneurs to do the same following his donation. With a generation of younger folks who have thrived on the success of their businesses, there is a big opportunity for many of us to give back earlier in our lifetime and see the impact of our philanthropic efforts, he said. Zuckerberg donated $25 million to fight the Ebola virus epidemic in West Africa in 2014. Mark Zuckerberg was an early Google Plus adopter, claiming that the platform verified his vision of mainstream social networking. With more followers than Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin, Zuckerberg was the most followed user on Google Plus in 2011. In 2010, Zuckerberg was named Time magazine's Person of the Year. In 2013, Facebook was listed on the Fortune 500 list for the first time, making Zuckerberg the youngest CEO on the list at the age of 28. We have come to the end of this video. So what fact did you find the most interesting about Mark Zuckerberg? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Hit that bell icon to catch the latest video as soon as it's out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.